This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, good morning everyone. Venkat here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Venkat, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, guys? Okay, so I see a couple of people already joined and still people are joining, looks like. Okay, meantime, can we do one thing? Okay, still people are joining. Okay, so guys, can you ping me in the chat box about your programming knowledge, or what you are working on, and why do you want to join Python course? So can you quickly ping me in the chat box, just a background? And meantime, yeah, let me explain about myself as well. So I am Venkat. I'm having more than 10 plus years of experience, and throughout my career, I have worked for different technologies. Okay, so finally now I landed into Python development, web development. Okay, so earlier I was working with Java and PHP during my entry level. Okay, so okay, Sri Devi, you have 12 plus years of experience in SaaS. Okay, so are you comfortable with any basic programming, or completely new to the programming when you say SaaS? Uh, so guys, listen, everybody listen to me, and yeah, ping me in the chat box. It gives me certain idea, like for you guys as well. Hope everybody can go through the chat box and try to understand why a different set of people are joining together here from different programming backgrounds. That's the point you can understand here. That's the reason I used to ask the question very beginning about your programming background. So experience in C, worked in embedded software to help in testing and work with data extraction. So Anuradha, she has experience in C programming language, and she's worked in embedded software. Now she wants to move into testing framework, and she needs she wants to learn Python. And Mallikarjuna, Nagineni. Mallika, okay, Mallika. So pressure, I want to build some skills for business intelligence. Okay, so basically BI. And then study, okay, insurance business analyst. What's data science? So, and Sunil, he's very new to programming, need grip on Python for BA business. Okay, okay. So I can see the audience so far. So from C background, and I see one or two freshers, and I see someone is looking for testing, someone is looking for data science, someone is looking for BI. So means they wanted to get into these areas. They wanted to land into these areas. So testing, data science, business intelligence, and data science. So new to object-oriented programming, Shritavi. So no worries. Yeah, Python is one of the object-oriented programming languages. It supports object-oriented programming. Yeah. So what about others, guys? So please feel free to explore yourself here. It helps in understanding uh, why the different set of audience we can see in Python course. If you join a Java course, okay, so if you join a Java course, definitely there is no way to see different set of people. So everybody wants to become a Java developer, wants to become a Java web developer, right? If you are looking for a .NET, you become a .NET developer. If you are looking for any specific programming language, so that's more specific. But Python is not like that. So Python is a technology. Okay, so it's a programming language. It's known as a programming language. It's known as a scripting language, right? So where it is where it will be considered as a base platform for many things. So if you look at the Python is going to act as a base for many domains. Okay, when I say domain, again it's all about a technical domain. Okay, and when I say domain, it's about a technical domain. So now I can see I wanted to move to big data. Okay, so big data, and then big data Hadoop developer, Hadoop or Spark, that basically that that domain, that is one technology stack. And you can see you have, right, data science and artificial intelligence, machine learning. That is a different technology stack, right? And if you look at a developer programming languages, Java development or .NET, we have different web development technology, right? So Python still support the web development also, the Django web development. If you want to become a web developer, yes, you can go with that. And I wanted to do test automation, so testing framework. So I wanted to work with a testing framework as a tester, a QA. So yes, you can go with that. So if you keep writing this, right, there is n number of technologies comes here. Okay, where each and every technology is going to integrate in some manner, depends on the requirement with the Python. Okay, so that's what Python is like known as a common base platform for every technology nowadays. So that is the reason. So you can see different set of audience in this session. Okay, so there will be like different kind of people from different kind of backgrounds, technical backgrounds are joining to learn Python because it has its place It has its own space in each and every domain, whatever you want. Yes, DevOps also. Guys, there are few people like from DevOps. Yes, this if you want to become like a DevOps engineer, yes, you should understand Python. So if you want to, if you are into a networking expert, IT expert in the company, IT is network, you can say network. So yes, you need to understand Python. So Python has its own libraries. Python has its own libraries for each and every area. We just need to integrate that library as per your requirement. So that's where, so that's what, so it's a etc means there are a number of technologies available. So all the technologies are going to use Python in some manner, depends on the requirement, right? So that's what the Python is a basic thing. So definitely that you do not have to worry, you do not have to worry that the time you are spending to learn Python absolutely beneficial for you, for your next level career. Without having any doubts, without having any hesitations, you can happily learn Python programming. Definitely it helps you in your career for some manner. Maybe after learning Python, maybe you will be moving to a Java or .NET, maybe some other domain, but still you don't have to worry. Definitely the Python will be going to use for your career. So I have seen many Java applications where the Python is also part of it. Different technology stacks. Okay, it has its own purpose of its uses. So you do not have to worry about that. So absolutely, you spend enough time to learn and understanding Python libraries, and that really helps for your programming, right? So still people are pinging in the chat box. Yeah, Chiranjeevi, he switched his career from admin Oracle DBA to DevOps. Yes, he wants to learn Python. Yeah, right, guys. So that's, there are different set of audience we can see. Now let's come back to Python. So what do you know about Python? Okay. So what do you know about Python? So what is Python? So if you look at, right, so how can we define a Python? How can we define a Python? Basically, the official website for Python is python.org. You can get some information about the basic documentation in that website. So to begin with, basically, right. So in general, Python is known as a general purpose, versatile, and popular programming language. So far the Python is well known as a scripting language. Python is well known as a scripting language, right? Now people started calling this is also a programming language. Yes, it is a programming language too. You can develop a complete website using Python. So it's not just for scripting to automate something. So you can use the Python language as a full-time web development technology to develop the web application, right? So yeah, we'll see the details of scripting language and its advantages, and programming language and its advantages, right? So right, so Python is a general purpose, versatile, and popular programming language, and it is first appeared in 1980s. Okay, it is introduced in 1980s itself. Okay, by founder Guido van Rossum. So in 1989 he has written a document. He has written a white paper about Python, and the first version of the Python is introduced in 1990s. But it got popular nowadays. But what happened is all 20-30 years. So why all of sudden it came to right, so it got so much popular all of sudden. So we'll get to know about that. Okay, so here it is very easy to understand. It's very easy to write the code when compared to the other programming languages. So maybe C or C++, Java, .NET. Definitely, if you compare the code whatever you are writing with Python is more concise, and it's very easy, simple to write the program, or is easy to understand as well. So that's the reason, like, so anybody can understand the Python, anybody can learn Python, because of its simple syntaxes and simple logics. So you do not have to write each and every logic from the scratch, from the beginning, as you write the program in C. So for everything, it has a library support. What you wanted to do, you just need to look for the respective library, and you have to embed it. You have to make your logic with the help of that library. That's it, right? So it's a good language to have in your programmer stack, because just we discussed, because it's everywhere, so definitely it helps to have this Python in your resume, for your career. Definitely it helps. So it can be used for everything from web development, web development to software development and data science applications, right? So it has its place. So yeah, it's created by Guido van Rossum in 1989. Okay, it is interpreted language with dynamic semantics. So what is interpreted based language? We'll look at that. So there are different kind of languages when you look at the programming languages. So we have interpreted based languages, and we have compiler based programming languages. If you look at C or Java, they are compiler based programming languages. Okay, so you have to write the program, then you have to compile it all at a time, all the source code at a time, then you can execute that. But when you come to interpreted programming languages, so it's on the fly. So you write the program and execute it. There is no compilation required. Okay, so to execute your Python program. Anyhow, we'll see more details of like what is interpreted based programming languages, what is compiler based programming languages in this session. Okay, so at this point, so Python is an interpreted based programming language, and with the dynamic semantics means like, you do not have to declare what kind of data you are taking. It's a dynamically typed programming language. So based on the data that you are giving to a particular container, it decides at runtime automatically what kind of data you are dealing with. So it's a dynamically typed programming language, like JavaScript. If you are familiar with the JavaScript, okay, it's like dynamically typed, right? So if I say x equal to 10, it automatically decides the x is of type integer. If you say x equal hello, it automatically decides, okay, it is of a string group of characters, right? So it is dynamically typed programming language, and it is free to access and run on all platforms. So you can install the Python for free, with you do not have to get any license over it. You just download it and install on any platform. So all versions, all flavors are available. You can download it. I'll show you the complete installation as well on different platforms, if you are interested. So it's basically, as I said, it's a scripting language, and also it's a general purpose programming language. When I say general purpose programming language, you can use this technology for developing any kind of application or software. So when you are saying any kind of application, of course, it should supports, it should supports web application development as well. So there, the most popular programming paradigm is object oriented programming paradigm. So you must be heard about like Java.NET. These are object oriented programming languages. So where it follows each and every data model as an object, right? And it deals with the objects. Everything is considered as object, and it maintains the state or nothing but a data of a particular real-time world entity as an object. Say I have a student, I have an employee, I have a policy, I have a product. So everything is considered an object, and it deals with the object with respect to its characteristics and properties. So that's the best programming paradigm for a programming technologist. So that's the reason Java is always at the top of place in the development technologies world. So Python is also supports that object-oriented programming paradigm, and it's a high-level programming language. Python is a high-level programming language. It's easy to learn, and it is of course procedure-oriented as well. And you say procedure-oriented, like procedure, like you must be heard about PLSQL, or maybe some other programming language. Yes, C is also, like people say, structured oriented or procedure oriented, right? So still Python is also supports that procedure oriented. It supports functional oriented. It is imperative. So Python brought the features from many technologies, many other technologies features, and it's all implemented here. So Python supports most of the programming paradigms. You just open Wikipedia, Python Wikipedia, and you will get to know like what are the different programming paradigms that Python supports. I'll show you at the end of the session that also. Right, guys? Hope you guys are following? And let me know if you have any doubts, or ping me in the chat box. Raise your hand. Right. Right. So anyhow, Bas, all the features or all the benefits
Hey,
of
hey,
Python.
Venkat. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a small question. Like, no, can you put a light on what is a scripting language versus what is a programming language? How it's different from the programming language?
Yes, I'll come to that. I have a big story for that. So that's the reason I hold on it. So I have
Okay.
a full set of features of scripting language. Okay, I'll go through this. That's the reason. So here we have different points I have already placed here. What are the advantages of scripting language, and how a scripting language is differ from non-scripting language. So I'll go through this as soon as I complete my PPT. Okay, I'll come back to this. So
Oh, thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
So yeah. So just quickly I'll take you guys to this PPT and come back to that. Right. So yeah, so anyhow, for many people, why are we looking for learning some new technologies? Always first thing is career should be like my career should be in a right way, and I should see some growth, and then potentially I should see my pay also, right? So many people, why we do change the companies and all, and why do we switch from one technology to another technology is career is the first point, and then so the pay also, right? So Python is always like, if you have Python in your technical skill set, it's always like helps you to get more salary, no doubt. And Python is used in data science applications, and Python as it is a scripting language, it uses in writing the scripts in different domains. Maybe a network engineer, right? Maybe a test engineer, maybe a web developer, right? So we can always integrate this scripting to your existing technology, right? So so yes, your application is running in Java. Still, you can embed your Python script to your server, right? Your data science engineer, yes, there you can use. Basically, script is it has its advantage to integrate with any other platform. That's the basic thing. Okay, so Python scripting and automation. Python is used with big data applications. Python supports testing, computer graphics in Python. It's like basic standalone applications. So it's used in artificial intelligence. It's used in web development, right? And Python is portable and extensible to integrate with any other technologies, as I just said, with the Java or .NET. So you can integrate with Python. Python is simple and easy to learn. Okay, let's see that. So I think I don't take much time around here, because like so Python, how it is going to support these many technology domains. That's the basic question again, right? So Python is invented, or the founder is Guido van Rossum in 1980s, right? Then so from there, so he started continuing, and many people are contributed to Python in developing different APIs. Basically, when I say API, it's a group of programs. When I say group of a set of programs, so each program having a set of functions, right? When I say a function is what? A group of or block of lines of code that carries out a specific functionality, right? So for suppose I wanted to sort a given set of numbers. I wanted to put them in a particular order, ascending or descending order, right? So for that, definitely we need to write maybe 10, maybe 5 to 10 lines of code, or 10 to 15 lines of code, right? So all these 10 to 15 lines of code is already written, and it's prepared and make it available for us. So what we need is we just need to know what is that function name, and the function is part of what program, and the program is part of what library. That's what API or a library. When I say library, it can have multiple APIs basically, right? So library is a superset. If you feel, assume that library is a set of books, right? In general, so here the library is a set of APIs, and each API is set of programs, and each program is set of functions. So whatever the general requirements that we are having in our day-to-day regular life of development, they have prepared and contributing to the Python community. So Python, we have a Python software foundation, which is maintained, which is where the Python is maintaining, right? And throughout the world, many people are contributing it to the Python software foundation in terms of providing libraries or providing modules. So all the modules are not just written by Van Rossum and its team. It's from everyone across the world. So it's more than 1.5 lakh plus libraries are available, if I'm not wrong, right? So it's not the absolute count, but it's around 1.5 lakh plus libraries are available in Python to support all the domains or all the technologies. So here I have listed few for data science guys. So data science, if you want to become a data science developer, so there are libraries called NumPy, Matplot libraries, scikit-learn, Seaborn, Pandas. All these are data science libraries. So these are not given by Guido van Rossum initially, right? These are like external libraries, Python libraries contributed by some other people, right? So what we need to understand is we have to install these libraries when we wanted to work with data science applications. If you want to analyze the data, extract the data, right? So these are the set of libraries that you have to understand. So for analysis and visualization, yes, it supports all this matplot library and all. So for scientific calculations and all, so we have NumPy, right? So these are the libraries. If you see, look at NumPy, it has a very rich set of Python existing classes or functions all together. So depends on your requirement, you have to use them. So this is like, in scripting and automation also, it has its own libraries. Again, remember the point, when you install Python software, all these libraries doesn't come automatically. These are explicit libraries contributed by different people to Python software foundation. So you have to install these libraries explicitly. However, again, you don't have to Google it, you don't have to download something, you don't have to install it. Once you install Python software, it is very simple to install this using a simple command. Whatever library you want to install, you just go to your command prompt or go to your editor of your own choice, like PyCharm, Jupyter, whatever, right? There you can install these libraries with a simple cyclic or simple command. Okay, I'll show you anyhow. uh, so when you look into scripting or automation, right? So this is also the area where Python is being used. So many people knows that Python is a programming language, okay, but Python can also be used as a scripting language. So that's what about the scripting we see more. So if you look at the basics of this, right, the code is written in the form of scripts and get executed whatever the code you are writing, right, that doesn't require any compilation. There is no intermediate step. Okay, you can directly execute your scripts. Once you correct the script and execute it, then that's all. Like, you can place that script in the server and you can make it a number of runs. Okay, so mission is going to read your script and interprets the code line by line. If it found any errors, it stops there itself. Okay, it stops there itself. That's how it is going to helpful in error checking or exception handling during the runtime. So once the code is checked and verified, it can be executed several times. That's what where we are automating, right? So we can make use of the script to execute a number of times. Right, the other area where the Python is using is big data, right? So big data processing, you must be heard about this also in the recent times. So this is also like a big term that before machine learning and artificial intelligence, the era was with big data, right? So there is a concept of Hadoop, right, where we handle big data, and then later Spark, which is also for the same reason, introduced same reason. So to support, to integrate those APIs, the technologies, Python supports libraries called PyDo and PySpark. So you just need to install these libraries if you want to work with the big data, right? So the whole point around this is you have to understand is for each and every area, Python having its own libraries, a simple point, simple state point, and whatever you are working and what are the relevant libraries required, you just need to install and you should continue with that, right? So yeah, the other area is testing framework, right? Testing framework is like automation. Now robotic frameworks is the era, right? The trend is about robotics in the testing area, right? So the UiPath, robotics, all, even if you want to integrate, you can write the Selenium scripts also. So if you want to write the Selenium scripts, you should know Java, right? Now with the help of Python also you can do that. So Java is not required anymore. So the people who feel Java is complex, uh, so they can go with the Python happily, right? So all the companies have started implementing the scripts with the Python, and, okay, uh, to automate their test scripts. All right, so here also it has its own frameworks, APIs. When I say computer graphics, just to develop standalone applications, okay, so it has its own APIs again, okay. So this is the library, and then in the artificial intelligence areas also it has its own libraries. So like TensorFlow, Keras, okay. So these are just to recognize mimic the brain basically. So these are the APIs, okay, which we use in artificial intelligence. So Python has its own APIs in artificial intelligence area also. The web development, you have like Django, Flask, Pylon, all these are web frameworks. So if you want to become a web developer, Python complete web developer, then yes, it has its own API, it has its own space for web development. Web scraping as well, so it has its own library for web scraping too, okay. So and in the web development area, what are the different websites that you see that are developed using the Python? If you look at that, so Instagram, the popular website, Bitbucket, Pinterest, even your YouTube, okay. So all these websites, okay, are used Python as part of its development stack. So no doubt about it. So even Quora, the Quora is most popular website to set something nowadays, right? So even that is also implemented using Python. So it has its own importance in web development as well. So now most of the startup companies are started using Python to develop web application, because it's a less number of development time, and of course less number of minimal cost in during the development. Basically, if you are taking a Java as your development stack, it may take 6 months to 1 year to develop a simple website or web application. The same thing can be developed in 3 to 6 months of time span using Python because of its vast library support. Okay, so definitely the development is becoming very faster and stable, and in the deployment side also it has its cost effective, it's a minimal cost. So many companies are preferring to choose Python Django for developing their web applications. Right, so it's portable and extensible. Python is portable and extensible because, like, it can be integrated very simple in a simple way with other technologies, Java, .NET, C, C++, uh, you know, uh, basically different platforms, your Android things and all. So, so yeah, it's simple and easy to learn. Okay, it's a free, that's we know, and open source. So what is open source? Basically, when you say open source, always you can see the source code of the existing libraries. So you can see the Python library code. So many technologies doesn't expose the source code of the particular software, right? But this is not something like that. So you can happily view the source code of the existing libraries, and if you want you can write your own API by extending that, and again you can contribute back to Python community, right? That can be used by other world, right? So it's a free and open source technology, and it's high level programming language, interpreted programming language, and again it's blessed with a large community. The other thing, right, the other important thing to make any technology to get popular is the support. If I'm looking for something, and if I Google it, yes, I should get some results, I should get some answers, I should get some help, right? Then only, like, I feel it is easy and comfortable to work with that particular technology. In that sense, so Python is blessed with huge community. So worldwide, okay, so millions of the developers are working with Python, and they are maintaining different communities. So you can definitely get help if you're looking for something. Okay, so furthermore, in Python, you don't have to deal with the complex syntax. That's you can see the simple thing. I have given a very simple comparison between Java and Python, right? So if you wanted to print a hello world in Python, if you wanted to print a simple hello world in Python, you just need to understand this particular piece of code. So what is here is public class, then something hello world, then bracket, again public static void main, followed by some string parameters, then inside that we are writing system or println. So we should understand that. So as a beginner or as a layman, okay, as a layman, so you should know, like, what is public, what is this class. So if I miss something over here, is it going to work? A public static void main, so you should understand about each and everything of this, right? Definitely it takes 1 week to 10 days time to understand the basics of this, to write a simple hello world program. But when you look at Python, it's you can simply see that it's such a simple thing. So just it's a simple English term, right? Print. Okay, I wanted to print something. Okay, print, just put a bracket, and whatever you wanted to print you put inside that. That's it. It's that simple. Okay, so the syntax is absolutely same for every aspect, not only the simple hello world program. If you are writing a big program also, so it is that much simple, trust me. So right, all right. So anyhow, our team will share the course content that we are going to cover as part of this. Okay, so go through the course content. Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, let's come back to this. Okay, I have listed few things here. Okay, because Python is well known to scripting language. Python is well known to scripting language. Of course, now we can also say that it's a general purpose programming language because of its various libraries available in different technologies stack, right? So we can use this for development also, web development also. All right, so what is scripting language? So the first thing is, right, the scripting languages run faster and easy to use. That's the base point. Okay, Scripting languages are it improves the performance. It runs very fast. That is the basic reason many people write the scripts to automate the jobs. Say I wanted to create a batch. I wanted to create a batch that runs every night. Okay. And what is the purpose of the job is maybe doing something, maybe copying one set of data into another set of destination, from one location to another location, from one location to another location. So my job is going to do that. So what it does is just copy from one location to another location all the files, and during the moving, so it does maybe some extra logic, maybe filtering something. So unnecessary files it's going to filter, and whatever required or based on certain condition, it moves to destination location. Getting it? Just moving from one place to another place, right? So that's where, like, so I am going to write a script, and that script I'll give it to a batch. Okay, we have cron jobs concept, right? So we have batch concepts, different technology supports in different way. The popular job is cron job. We give the script to that, which does the copy, and this runs automatically every night, maybe around 12 o'clock or sometime. So I can set some timer, and I can make it automate to do this job. So what if I do like this manually, right? So manual process is whenever it is a fixed kind of functionality, right? Then why to do it manually? So in case of like manual efforts, so there will be a problem, because it's a manual process. The person might miss few files, person might miss different things, as it's a manual process. But when we automate that, right, so it's when we tested it and we have written the script, so we can ensure that it works well always, absolutely, right? So the scripting language, sir, helps in writing the scripts, different scripts. Okay, so that to automate certain regular jobs, right? So this runs faster and even easy to use. And of course, whatever the script you are writing, that can be easy to integrate with any existing programming base, basically, right? So that's base point. For the scripting languages are popular of its own area, and it is easy to learn and develop the code. The basic programming knowledge is there, right? So you don't have to worry more about this. It's very simple to learn and develop the scripts. That is another popular thing, the another reason to make it popular, right? So the code can be easily developed, as no separate IDs are not required. So you can just open a notepad and you can write the script. The other reason is, right, so there are no complex IDs are required. You just open the notepad, and write your script, execute it, that's it. Okay, so it's very simple. You can write on the notepad itself. Okay, so that's what the same point. The next point is also same point. It says minimal development environment setup is needed. So for executing your Python program, right, so you don't have to worry much. Oh, you need to download that, you need to install this, you need to configure so much. Nothing. Simple, 2 minutes job. Just download it and write your program. How simple it is. Yes, how simple it is running a Python script or Python program. Just go to command prompt, and I have installed Python already, right? So just give a py command. So here, if I want to print yes hello, I can say I can print hello. Okay, so it should be string variable. Okay, see that if I wanted to print, just say yes. Now I have a value of 10, I have a value of 20, I wanted to do summation of, just do it a plus b. And the same thing, if you want to write in a notepad, you just write in notepad and save it. A value is 10, b value is 20, and I wanted to print a plus b value. That's it. Simple. You save the program. So you save the program, test add test addition logic dot. The extension should be dot py. The extension should be .py. So I'm saving this program. Okay, so just a notepad and go out of it, like go to command prompt. So to navigate the folder where you have saved the file. Okay, I have saved the file here. Then run the program, test add. Okay, just it is going to print the 10 plus 20 the value. That much simple to write the script and executing it. Okay, so 30. So don't worry, it is taking time because of my laptop, nothing else. Okay, so whatever you want, you just add the logic over there and execute it, right? So many editors. Okay, uh, one second. Okay, right. So the scripting languages are absolutely good for automation tasks. The same point again, right? And in general, so where we execute the scripts, again there are two kind of scripts, guys. So we have client side scripts and server side scripts. So what is client side script? Like, that executes within the browser is known as client side script, right? So the JavaScript is the best example. So that runs within the browser, right? But when you look at Python, it's a server side script. Of course, the PHP is also known as server side scripting. So this is to enhance the server side scripts. This helps, the Python helps to enhance the server side scripts. It's easier to automate the task in web servers to monitor the server functionalities. I wanted to monitor the maybe logs. I want to monitor how the server is running, or any failures for any reason. So for continuous monitoring, right? So I can write the script and I can deploy that within the server. So my Java application runs in Tomcat server, maybe WebLogic server, WebSphere server, right? So I can easily place my script within that server, whatever the server it is, right? Irrespective of that, my scripts simply can place, and I can make it executable. So which monitors that existing application status, right? So it's easy to do that. Right. So in the scripting language, we have objects which are very similar to object-oriented languages, right? So Python scripts has object-oriented classes. It supports that object-oriented programming paradigm, okay, as JavaScript. That helps in many aspects, the object-oriented programming. Contains less code compared to traditional programming language. That's we just saw that difference of Java and Python, how simple it is. If you want, I can give you one more example as well. Suppose if you want to sort a list of programs. I'm sorry. So if you want to sort a number, if you want to sort a numbers, okay, how simple it is in Python. So just take your numbers, whatever numbers you want, 10 to 30, 90, or 1. So some set of numbers. If I wanted to sort, I don't have to write any logic. I just call a sort function. Okay, so it's going to sort. So 2, 10, 11, 30, 90. So how much simple it is, guys. If you want to do the same thing in C language, right, you have to write 10 lines of code, definitely, and you have to scratch your head for the logic. How can I sort? I have to compare the first number with the second number. If the second number is less value, then you have to swap this. You have to do that job continuously for all the numbers. Then finally, you will be getting to see the numbers in sorted order, right? So that is what the story, like, so, how Python is simplifying its coding. So contains less code compared to traditional programming languages, right? And so this helps to extract the information from the large data sets. If you have a large data sets, it has its own API, a simple APIs to extract the data. And memory allocation is also not required for the scripting language to be run. So they run on the fly. So however, I have also listed few differences between scripting and non-scripting languages, maybe which I can discuss in the next session probably, but at a high level. So the scripting languages are interpreted, whereas programming languages are compiler based. That's the base point. Okay, so Right. So scripting languages are easy to integrate with existing systems or applications, whereas non-scripting languages has its own set of configurations, development kit. So it's not easy as like as scripting language to integrate with other other applications. Okay, so this can wrap easily with other languages. So like scripting language is executed line by line, so nothing but interpreted line by line sequentially, whereas non-scripting languages are going to compile in a single shot and execute as a whole. Okay, so yeah. Uh, so still how Python features and it's a history, right? So how it is evolved, all those things we'll see in the first session. Okay, so it has its own set of features. Okay, we'll talk about all of this tomorrow, along with its installation, Python, how to install the Python, and how to start with the first program. Okay, so anyhow, we just have seen a uh, simple writing of Python and executed. And what are the different areas that we have that we see tomorrow? And at the last point, but not the least, okay. So this is one popular website where it is going to study the importance of the technologies, programming technologies. So if you look at very long term history of the popular languages, Java, C, and Python. So in 2020, in the latest, okay, so Python is occupied its place as third position, okay. And if you look backward, right, 2015, so it has a seventh position. In 2015, it has seventh position, and 1995 it has 21st place, and even before that it doesn't have some year it doesn't have its place also. But now if you look at it has third place. So even in
Venkat, yeah,
yeah,
I have a one question for you. Like, no, what is a prerequisite to learn Python? Do I need to have any programming language background, or I can start as it is my first programming language?
yeah, the question is like, do I need to start learning with any other thing to learn program? Absolutely no. And if you are coming with a fresh mind, right, you can learn any better. There are no comparisons, no confusions. You can absolutely learn happily. Trust me,
Okay,
or you can just Google it.
okay,
Absolutely no, no.
okay.
You can,
So I need not
you
to have any programming background to learn Python.
absolutely no.
Okay,
Just come,
okay.
just
Because there
just
are a lot of comparisons was done during your explanation. So just I would like to know, like, do I need to know C or Java to learn Python?
no. Those comparisons are given just to explain how simple it is when compared to other.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay, so this
fine.
is a
Thank you.
simple language, so you don't have to worry about that. You just join, just get up and join. That's it. And you
Uh,
practice whatever we are discussing, right? You just keep practice. That is more and more than enough.
okay, 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 fine. Thank you, Venkat. Okay, and
No,
one more thing, you have explained a lot of things like no data science concepts and there it is used into testing automation. Then you explain about
yes.
the machine learning, artificial intelligence. How much the content of those concepts will be covered in this course?
So the Python is the base, right? The Python has its own set of understandings, or its own set of concepts, basically. So this is the base platform. So we cover everything from this Python base. So this
Okay,
gives
so
this gives the capability of understanding of your own domain. So you don't
oh,
have to worry
okay,
about that. Once you are comfortable with this set, right? This base, so by
okay.
your own, you can understand all this. But however,
So, mm-hmm,
I'll give you just basic
mm-hmm,
introduction of data science libraries, basic introduction of Django, because most of the people are interested in
okay,
these areas. Okay, and the
okay,
remaining things, right? DevOps or IT, or these people are going to write the scripts, basic scripts, not any specific
okay,
libraries. Okay, just whatever base they are learned, right? That is enough for them. Okay.
Okay. So this course will be mainly focusing on the core Python concepts, where you will be introduced to the what is a programming and how to write a programming. Then little bit of data science will be introduced, and web development will be taught in
yes.
this course. That's it. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. And this
Oh,
Python, not just core Python, it has core and advanced. I mean, whatever the object-oriented programming concepts, what is multi-threading, how multi-threading can be implemented, how regular expressions are going to support. So it has
okay.
generators concept, decorators. It has its own stuff basically. I mean, base
Okay.
package. Okay.
Okay.
So with
Okay.
the help of that, you can land on any of your interest, any area of your interest. You can
Okay.
learn.
Does it cover any of the testing things like Python testing related stuff? Will it be covered in this course?
No, no, no. But
Okay.
again, it's
So,
on demand base. If any person is interested and wanted to learn, I can help them, I can guide them. Okay, so required. That's
okay.
that's the
Thank you very much.
any of the area. If someone is looking for something and they need help, I can guide them
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Thank you, Venkat.
Right. So because the base this itself, right? It takes 40 sessions.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so that much I'll give. So you can learn on anything on your own. After you completing this, right, you can learn anything on your own related to Python domain. That much I'll give.
Okay. Thank you, Venkat. Yeah. That
Okay,
sounds good.
Sunil has couple of things here. Install Python on AWS, Amazon Linux, or VMware. Because Sunil, so it doesn't have a complex setup. It's very simple, very simple. If you have a laptop with a very basic configuration, the Python supports. Okay, so you don't have to think of Amazon Workspace or VM instances. It's very simple. Is there a template to write Python scripts like a template we have found for HTML? We have it's not like a template. We have editors, guys. That's the another point that I have missed today. We have editors, like most of you guys are familiar with Eclipse, right? Where we can develop the programs, where we can write the scripts instead of notepad and all. So this Eclipse is going to provide the environment. Maybe it includes the server, it includes like editor, it includes any other API libraries to embed. So like that, right? Python also, like, it has its own IDEs, integrated development environments, like PyCharm. You have Jupyter, right, etc. Many things. There is a concept of anaconda. So this is where you get all data science artificial intelligence libraries by default, again, without installing explicitly, like okay. So it has its different set of things. I will be covering PyCharm, I'll be covering Jupyter, right? And if anybody want to know about Eclipse, I can run a Python script in Eclipse also. I can show you how to do that. So it's all um, up to you. Then how do I find the needed libraries for your field? Just just Google it. Okay, so in Python, official Python website, right? You don't see that. Okay, so python.org. So you go here, you can go to documentation and you can see the communities. Okay, so you just go to docs and try to look for like whatever you need. Okay, and domain. So what are the libraries that you are required, right? Just go and Google it straight away. Okay, so there are a lot of Python app softwares out there. You can search a good one for Windows or Mac. So what is your question, Sunil, here? There are a lot of Python application or software out there. You can suggest a good one for Windows. Mean to say, so Python. Can you elaborate your question? And
So,
meantime I'll get the next question.
so when you say the apps, is it the editors? Like I think apps and editors are same. Like maybe I'm saying wrong, you're saying editor.
Yes, so no, there are like different kind of Python flavors basically. Okay, so Python, right? So I'm saying anaconda here, right? So where I have it, and anaconda, where it is. Okay, so when I say anaconda, right, so this is the third party, not official Python website. This is not from official Python website. If you download this, this is official Python software. There are different flavors of Python from different people. When I say Anakunda, right? So that Python flavor gives all the required libraries for data science or machine learning. The required libraries that comes automatically. If you install Anakunda, right, everything comes. So it's all about your area. But the base is, right, we need to download this Python. This is the base platform for any Windows or Linux, whatever it is. Just start with it, begin with this Python, and whatever library you are looking for, right, you explicitly install it. Then you will understand the library and the procedure, and it's all about that area you are working. Okay, going forward, right, in the coming sessions, you just let me know what area you are interested, maybe data science or testing, right? I will suggest you what to download, how to use it. Okay, so at this point, to begin with, just go to Python official website, download this flavor, official Python flavor. Okay, we start with that, we'll begin with that. Right, so do you provide material? Yeah, absolutely, I'll give you material. Okay, and we'll be sending daily programs or documentation, whatever I'm doing, right? I will mail you on regular day-to-day basis, and at the end of the session, I'll give you full-fledged material. That is more and more than enough to cover your base and core and advanced Pythons. Okay, so no, don't worry about the materials. And I'll show you the how to explore more also beyond the material. So don't just bound to material. So I'll show you, I'll give you to explore more out of it. I'll give you more practical exercises for you, and at the end of the session, I'll give you the exercises, problems with solutions. Okay, so yeah, here this is Stack Overflow website, the another thing, right? Blog, the most popular website, you know. If you're working, you should know about this website. So the most of the questions that are based on the questions views, this graph is based on the questions view. You can understand this. So how Python is in its top place. Okay, that's all, guys. So the concluded point is, if you can happily learn without having any doubt in your mind. Definitely it helps at some point, even though not immediate, but definitely in your career it definitely helps for you. Okay, any other doubts, any other questions? It's already like it's more than an hour. Yeah, any other doubts? Freshers, there are few freshers. Okay, don't worry guys, I'll keep you in mind, and I'll go the discussions, I'll take the discussions. Okay, so there is no hurry, no rush. The way I handle the sessions are very slow, so don't have to worry about that. And you don't need any prior requisites to understand this. Just come with fresh mind. That is only the criteria. Just come with fresh mind, that's it. No comparisons, no other things. Good. Good
How
to
many
wind up.
sessions is
40 sessions, madam. 40 sessions.
and each 1 hour?
Yeah, 1 hour, 40 hours. 40 hours. So you will become full-fledged Python developer. Okay. So any other doubts? Good. All of you guys are good and followed. That's important, guys. You have, the session should be interactive, more interactive. It's not like one way. It should be two way. We should take the sessions like question and answers, like it should be friendly way. Okay. So yeah, maybe you join for 2 to 3 days, then you will understand, then you can see. Okay, you cover Django, so Deepthi. Yeah, I'll give you the stuff required for a web developer, and moreover, I'll be giving you one Django project also. Okay, I'll explain the Django project, academic project, so don't worry about that. I'll cover 4 to 5 sessions design work. So anything else? Thank you guys. Thank you too. Yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, you can drop and keep step back if you have any questions. If you have any questions, good. Yes. Okay. I think everybody is good. Yeah. So our team will be sharing sharing the material, so course content. Just go through the course content. You will understand what is going to cover, what we are going to cover. Okay. Go through the content.
Okay, thank you, Venkat.
Thank you. Thank you too. Okay, then let's wind up for today. Yeah, let's join tomorrow. Take care, guys. Don't come outside. Okay, make it success. Janata curfew. Take care of yourself. Take care of your surroundings. Okay, take care of the world. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye. Lakshmi Garu, are you there? Vijaya or Lakshmi Garu, are you there? Hello. Okay. Okay, then fine. I'm winding up, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.